On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And we've seen the flashes throughout his 4 years in the league, but he's coming off an injury-riddled season where he only played 10 games. Has to eliminate the costly turnovers at 52 in 4 seasons, and he's hoping the new coach Liam Cohen can unlock his untapped potential, and it has to happen right now.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Lawrence. Got a man, that's Hunter. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Travis Hunter. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN. Still going inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, 52 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's no doubt about the talent that we see from C.J. Stroud. We've watched it develop in his first 2 years in the league. But the best way quarterbacks are graded is winning. He's out there trying to win his 3rd division championship in as many years.
Looking to put a drive together. Stroud sets up the play action. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Stroud off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Joe. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Chubb again. Well, he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Now Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Toss left side for ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
A give running right is Chubb. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
43-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
16 more yards.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jaden Higgins, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now ETN to start the drive. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 116 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They go play action with Lawrence. Open man, that's Monk, the tight end. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 47 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And they'll run with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense set to regain possession.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now 2nd and 5.
They go up the middle with Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter.
And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Here's Lawrence. And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Lawrence will throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get about 4 there as he
takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now Stroud. He'll try and do this himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Fairbairn good with the extra point. We've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Jaguars first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Washington in motion left.
Now Lawrence. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They have a touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
The middle, it's Chubb. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Third and 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Stroud looking to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they have regained the lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Gets around it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now out come the Jags.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
They'll look to ETN to start things out. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A fake on the jet sweep. Now Lawrence off play action.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
On a slant, here's Collins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field, Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Another one caught by Collins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A give. This is Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And Stroud now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The offense on third down, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is third down and 12. And that is incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. He was true on his first, this a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Third and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud working out of the gun. Throw out wide is incomplete. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag?
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
Stroud to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense and Brian Thomas getting set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. ETN once more. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now an option play on second down. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Stroud. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Texans first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Throwing now is Stroud. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
And the defense almost got one there, partner.
That could have been his first pick. He's been good so far, but you're right, that was nearly a costly mistake.
Sometimes you get a little bit too confident when the game's going along as it has been for him.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Stroud out of the gun here.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So instead of 4th down, first down.
So much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
That is Josh Hines-Allen getting in there to bring him down.
He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Stroud. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
operating from the gun. Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Allen, nifty footwork. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Lawrence will throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to the lock. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Washington's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios of the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and you know, we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now Stroud. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That is Josh Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here goes Stroud again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 36.
7-yard line.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Thomas has got it. Complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Jaguars.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A fake on the jet sweep. Now Lawrence off play action. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. And the
throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Cam Little on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that'll move him backward in 6 now. So give him 3 on that drive. And, you know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Play action. Here's Stroud. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Play action. Stroud now. That is incomplete.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stroud looking to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
In motion right here, Washington. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Stroud. Going out wide, finds Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At about the 32. He'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He completes it to Hunter.
Lawrence's pass complete to Travis Hunter. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run with ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounces is good.
All right, just checking.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 70 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well.
And the Texans, 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it again with Chubb. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Here's Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And Stroud now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Texans, 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The Texans send the punter out. They'll boot it away from about his 35.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Hunter now will go in motion left. Here's Lawrence. Open man, it's Hunter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. A gain of 13 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
Handoff running left is ETN. They showed up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Going quickly here to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Jaguar first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
The Jaguars on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Lawrence will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
ETN is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, ETN. And this time he is into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. Point after here coming up. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking to put a drive together. Now Stroud. The pass caught by his running back, Nick Chubb. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brian Thomas Jr. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's 3rd and 3. Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
To Woody Marks. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Stroud. And it's caught. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right on the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Stroud out of the gun here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Kirk from a yard out. And the Texans have taken a 4th quarter lead.
1st and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, right back to ETN. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Jaguars 1st down.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so that the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Stroud looking to throw. He'll complete this one to Collins. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Up the middle they go. Marks taken down at the 42. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5. They go up the middle with Chubb. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. And they take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.